To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
When riding through the Haunted Mansion, there's a few things that not a whole lot of people notice. The spell book in Madame Leota's room being one, the Raven perched in various scenes around the attraction for another. Today we're going to be talking about another one of those little Easter eggs not everybody notices in their first ride through. This one though was not placed there on purpose and has a bit of a story behind it. While riding through the ballroom, before you get to the attic scene, look straight ahead and you might see a spider perched on a cobweb right in front of you. Now, as we've discussed in the past, the effect in Disneyland's ballroom is a very simple one called Pepper's Ghost. It's a trick that has been used in the theater for hundreds of years. It involves a panel of glass being put in front of the audience at a certain angle and reflecting a subject, like an actor or an animatronic, back towards them with a little bit of translucency, making it look like a ghost. Now, I've heard many different versions of this tale, from a young guest with a slingshot to an older guest with an actual pistol, but the gist of the story remains the same. Back in the day, someone snuck some sort of weapon onto the Haunted Mansion and shot the pane of glass in front of the viewers in the ballroom scene. The glass cracked, but it didn't shatter. Instead, it formed a spiderweb-like design. Now, when the Haunted Mansion was being constructed in the 60s, they lowered massive panes of glass into the ballroom from the open roof. So instead of spending hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars on removing the entire roof from the ballroom scene and putting in a brand new pane of glass, Disney decided to go the cheaper route and put a small rubber spider on the already cracked spiderweb-like pattern. And it sits there to this day. It may be a little hard to see, but it's there. There's also another fun little side effect of the Pepper's Ghost effect that Disney did not account for when building the ballroom, and that is when they were constructing the dancers. They built the ballroom dancers the way humans would normally dance, but when placed in the attraction and when the pane of glass was lowered into place, Imagineers discovered they had made a massive mistake. These figures were designed on the turntables with men leading the women, but when the pane of glass was lowered in, Imagineers discovered that the image was in fact flipped. The women were, in this case, leading the men, and it remains that way to this very day. So next time you're in the Haunted Mansion ballroom scene, just keep an eye out, because this scene is pretty rough around the edges. But in the end, Disney found a way to make this all work, and that's really what sets apart the Haunted Mansion from other Disney attractions, in my opinion. But what about you? What is your favorite part of the ballroom scene at the Haunted Mansion? Is it the rubber spider? Is it the organ from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Let me know down in those comments, and I will see you all a little later.